taking y'all in the kitchen with me to cook. Guess what I'm making? Some homemade Alfredo sauce with some fresh Alfredo, some fresh broccoli, and I got some chicken. Okay, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But I'll tear this joint down. You're gonna tear it down because you're gonna try the recipe, and you're gonna let me know in the comments below, was it good? Was it worth it, or are you gonna do it again? Like, you gotta get your cooking skills up if you haven't already. It's quarantine. We gotta be saving money. We gotta show everybody our cooking hands. You know what I'm saying? So, like, further or more, stay tuned. Watch to the end for the finishing results, and let's go on with the video. Okay, so the first thing you're ever going to do while cooking is washing your hands. That's just period. Okay, but as you can see, I'm taking the broccoli out the bag, and then I'm going to be cutting the rubber bands off. After this, I'm going to be washing the broccoli in just lukewarm water. I don't have vegetable cleaner, but that is something that you can use to clean off your vegetables or fruit. But I'm just using clean water, doing that for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to cut the stems off, put them in the bag. Then I'm going to chop the broccoli heads into smaller pieces so that it's a lot of broccoli. Okay, so the broccoli is all chopped up. Now, this is the step that you can do before or after you chopped up the broccoli. It really doesn't matter. But in order to cook broccoli, you're supposed to have a steamer. We don't. So what I did was put water in the pot, put some salt in the pot to let the water boil up faster, put a colander in the pot, and then put a top over the colander. This is helping the water steam up. Once the water steams up and boils high enough, then I'm going to put the broccoli in there. Now, I put mine in for about 30 minutes. It really just depends on how soft the broccoli is. I like my broccoli really, really soft. So it just depends on you and how, if you want it a little tougher or not. But 30 minutes at least for me. Okay, I didn't record the process of me making the fettuccine, but it's not difficult at all. All I did was open up the bag and put the fettuccine into the pot, put some water in it, not all the way to the top of where the fettuccine was at, and let that just sit there and cook around the same time as the broccoli. As long as the fettuccine was boiling and just really soft when I put the fork in it, it was all good.
Okay, so now I'm in the process of grating the Parmesan cheese. Now, this was Nature's Own brand. I had a little bit of difficulty grating the cheese. This was like my first time grating cheese that wasn't from the dairy section. It was like in the cheese section, I guess the international cheese section, and Giant. But it was very hard. I had to keep breaking the pieces. I thought personally something was wrong with the cheese, but the cheese was totally fine. It was very soft when I touched it after it was grate. So it's obviously, that's just how the cheese came. So I'm just going to grate this whole block of cheese. Okay, so now I'm in the process of chopping up the garlic. The way garlic is made, it's like comes together, but it's the pieces separate. So you only need 2 pieces that's already inside one garlic, not 2 whole garlics. I misunderstood the recipe and tried to cut up 2 whole garlics. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be way too much garlic and it's going to be way too garlicky. So I didn't end up using all the garlic that I chopped up. Now, taking the skin off is a process within itself. I don't know why garlic has that much skin, but it definitely wasn't too hard to do. Okay, so now this is my favorite part, making the Alfredo sauce. So I'm going to use 1 whole stick of butter. I'm going to put it in a pot and let it just melt around. Let's get all melted and melted up really, really good. The temperature I would have the heat on is definitely medium, not too hot, not too low. But yeah, just let the butter sit there and melt. Okay, so the butter is melted halfway through. So now I'm going to put the garlic in there. And then I'm just going to use my fork and just move the garlic all around the butter, getting the garlic really buttery. The butter really garlicky, both ways. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to do this until the butter is completely melted. Okay, so now it's time to add the heavy whipping cream. I already had measured out in a measuring cup, so I poured 2 whole cups of heavy whipping cream into the pot. Now, the recipe said you could add 3 cups, but it truly depends on how much Alfredo sauce you want to make. I only brought 1 carton, so it automatically came to 2 cups, so that's what I used. Okay, so now it's time to mix everything around. I was in the process of looking for my whisk, but I could not find it. So a fork will do. As you can see in the pot, it was really yellow. You don't want it yellow. So you just mix it around until it's like white and creamy. And yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese into the pot. I just put it all in there. Like I said earlier in that video, I thought it could use a little bit more cheese. I'm a really cheesy person, but it really doesn't matter. It still came out very, very good. But once the cheese is in the pot, I'm going to mix that all around. I'm just going to let the cheese melt really, really good. Okay, so now it's time to add the cream cheese. I just use regular store brand cream cheese, and I put 2 big tablespoons. So just 1 scoop, done, 1 scoop, done. With cooking, for me, I go by the measurements, but it's definitely on how you feel. Like, it definitely doesn't have to be exact cooking. You can really have fun with it. So yeah, just 2 big globs. Put that in the pot, and you just mix that until that's melted and the cheese is melted. Okay, so the Alfredo sauce is starting to heat up and starting to bubble. So now I'm starting to add my spices. Now I put black pepper, I put red seasoning and salt, some parsley, and some paprika. Definitely the paprika. Mix that up really good. You can add more, add less. Don't use these at all. But definitely I wanted that kind of spicy Alfredo sauce type of thing going on there. So yeah. Okay, so as you can see, now I'm mixing up the Alfredo sauce with the spices really, really well. But I'm just going to let the Alfredo sauce thicken up a little bit. So I'm going to let it sit there and boil up for about 4 minutes. I didn't use a new top for it. It didn't make sense. I just used the top that I used for the broccoli because the broccoli's already done. Okay, so now it's time to flavor up my broccoli. I can't forget about the broccoli. So what I do is I add some butter, I put some black pepper, maybe a little bit of salt. I just mix it around. The broccoli could have been a little bit more warm, but it had sat there and cooled down. But it really doesn't matter. I just mixed that all around. Okay, so my 4 minutes are up, and wow, I take the top off the pot, and that Alfredo is boiling, honey, okay? So it's definitely come to a boil. Now I'm going to see if the Alfredo is done by testing if when I put my fork in, will it stick to my fork. Okay, as you can see, it does stick to my fork a little bit, but I think I put it on for just like maybe a minute more, not too much. At the end of the day, it is supposed to be sauce. So yeah, I just continue to stir it around, make sure all the cheese is melted, cream cheese, and just everything looks good. Yeah, it's definitely sticking. So this Alfredo sauce is definitely done. Okay, so this is the finishing results. The Alfredo sauce only looks yellow because I had to heat it up. This picture is a day old, and I didn't end up using the chicken. But let me know, was the chicken good if you use chicken? But yeah, it looks good. It tastes even better. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.